Today on the channel from the cartoon collection, we got Shibano-Sama and, of course, one Creepy Eddie.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a little cartoon collection with Shibano-Sama and, of course, one Creepy Eddie. But for all your cartoon collection needs, better hit up Target. But for everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15%. And Creepy Eddie and Shibano, what a name it is. Those two deep cuts, I would say. Very, very deep cuts. Now, Creepy Eddie, very memorable to me, a kid growing up in the 80s when Freddy Krueger mania was running wild. Everybody loved Freddy Krueger, the wise talking ghoul. I don't know what is he. Comes in your dreams. I don't know what he... Monster. I mean, serial killer, child molester. I don't know what we call Freddy Krueger. Much like a young phantasm. Very strange character, but... Freddy Krueger mania running wild in the 80s, no doubt about it. And then, of course, Turtles jumping on the bandwagon with a very dumbed-down version here in Creepy Eddie, but still very cool, a moment in time. Not even sure where I'm going to display this guy. Maybe he'll be haunting the sewer layer. I don't know what I'll do with him. And then Shibano-Sama, maybe in more episodes than Creepy Eddie. He was like a ghost. I think he was the original leader of the Foot Soldiers, the Foot Clan back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. But... definitely a deep cut 2-pack, and I have to imagine, put my business hat on, they made maybe a little fewer of these than some of the other 2-packs just because I don't know if this is going to set the world on fire. Seen this already starting to peg warm, shelf warm at a couple of my local Targets, and that's not a good thing when it's a brand new release. I think just the price point and the deep cuts, a lot of people are passing unless you're real hardcore into the turtle game, but it is very cool. I appreciate NECA putting out stuff like this for sure. But now, let's do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. Let's take a look at the packaging. Let's talk about it. Let's unbox it. Let's talk about it. Let's see where it goes from there. 2-pack, of course. And I don't even think these two were in the same episode, if I'm not mistaken. Well, maybe they were in one episode together. I don't know. Gets confusing on these deep cuts for sure. But looking good in the artwork down here, of course. Turtles classic logo, uniform packaging that we've seen throughout. There's old Creepy Eddie looking extra creepy over here. And Shibano coming right out of that urn. I guess an urn coming out of there to haunt everybody as well. And then on the back of the package, we get that generic blurb there, a little bit of cross-sell, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a pinch of the other. PandaCon, Tattoo and Worm, Ultimate Shredder, all from the latest Haulathon. Unboxed every single one of those on the channel. So make sure you're following along, subscribe to the Patreon, YouTube channel memberships to get these videos way earlier than traditional YouTube. Cheap plug for that, of course. There it is. Welcome to the Technodrome. There it is right there. See you later. Plastic prison, a double whammy plastic prison. Gonna have to take this offline though. We got so much stuff going on in here. We've got a flight stand going on. I'm gonna take this out of the package. We'll be back talking all things cartoon Ninja Turtles. All right, let's get down to business with Creepy Eddie and Shibano-Sama. And I guess we'll start with Shibano first. How about? We'll start with his hands, his extra hands. Plenty of hands to go around for him. Got the splayed out hands, of course. We get the finger pointing hands, and it looks like I'm realizing it looks like these are the same set of hands. Obviously, Shibano's got the translucent hands, but it looks like we get the same hands between both of these. One translucent, one with a blue skin tone there. 2 Fists of Fury, 2 gripping hands, 2 pointing hands right here. Choose your own ghostly translucent hand adventure is what we'll say about that. You got a nice sword here, and I love that it's a translucent blade on here as well. Got a very cool gray, kind of white frosted over handle. Very, very cool looking on here. It is a ghostly sword after all. Then we do get that urn. I'm calling it an urn. I think that's what it is. But he should fit right into that if you want to. Just like so. Look at that. That doubles as a flight stand, a stand for him. That is pretty awesome if you ask me. I really like that a whole lot. Very cool. This is probably how I'm going to end up displaying him. This one looks pretty cool that way, I will say. Now we do, just in case you don't want to use the ghostly body back half, you do get the legs right here. So you can choose your own adventure right there. You want him running around however you want to do it. But this looks pretty cool as well. So you get the translucent legs right here. You can see some of the pins inside of there. It just connects at the waist. Of course, got the foot soldier-like feet down here. The wrapped up feet looking very, very nice. We're here for that. And then we do get a flight stand, which honestly can work for either character here, but you do get a flight stand, usual flight stand adventure here that we get from, of course, NECA. You get the handle at the end here. You can clip them in there if you want to. We also get some suction cups, which is interesting. It looks like you can take this off, choose which stand you want to put it on. You can put this on the wall if you want to in your turtle display. So cool to get a flight stand. You can use that for other toy lines if you want to as well. But now diving into Shibano over here, of course, talked about the urn, talked about the extra legs, but man, we got a very ghostly head out of here. Very creepy eyes. Love that the mouth is open. Wish there was articulation in the jaw. Not meant to be on this one here. He does got the hood over the top as well, but a very skeleton, ghostly type face on him here. Now, he does got the high shoulders, and once again, are we getting reuse out of this? No, it is different. I thought that was the same arm for a second. It is not, but you do get the big high shoulders over here. You do get the big old sleeve down here. Yep, Todd, you're right. It looks akin to a wizard sleeve, a big loose wizard sleeve right here. Looking extra scary there, of course. Articulation, head back and forth, side to side, up and down. Plenty of movement right there. Arm's going to go all the way around for us as well. Double jointed elbows. You know we're here for that. Always a little concerned, though, on moving these elbows and things around until I put a little bit of heat on some of these turtles. Always a dangerous game, as we know, with the articulation sometimes out of the package. Hands removable, back, forth, side to side. Waist articulation, of course. And then nothing really down here on the old ghostly apparition. A little bit of smoke-like stuff is what it looks like there. But I am here for this one. A deep cut if there ever has been one, but very cool for what it looks like. I do love the idea of being able to just display them like this. I think that is pretty fun. That is a really cool thing to do. So I'm here for this, but like I said, a pretty deep cut pack, not going to be for everybody. But now we're turning our attention over to Creepy Eddie, one of the creepiest individuals of all time, Creepy Eddie. Once again, based on Freddy Krueger. We'll never forget Freddy Krueger, especially if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, as we know. But we do get all the extra hands here. So we do get the 2 pointer hands, 2 gripping hands, splayed out hands, and then the Fists of Fury come with him. Once again, same hands between these two. These are painted. That one's translucent. That's the way it goes right there. But Creepy Eddie going to come to you in your dream if you're not careful. Then we do get a stick of dynamite, and I guess you can really use this wherever you want to. Got a little clock on there, so time is ticking if there ever was one. But you do get the sticks of dynamite. Very cool accessory, of course. And then we do get the turtle. This is goes on the turtles. You can tell here because you got a little peg in the back. So if you take off the little bandana on the back of the NECA cartoon turtles, you can slide this onto their head. Little mind control action, I guess, is what's going on here. But once again, very scientific. Looks like something would be in Donatello's lab, of course. And then we're getting down to Creepy Eddie a little bit right here as we do get the lower apparition. Apparition. We do get that down here. Very similar to this once again. So I guess if you want to use that urn, you can put him in there as well. Very snake-like too, but you do get that Freddy Krueger kind of vibe to it. I don't think I'll be using this for him. I think this guy will stay this way, and I think he's going to stay this way, old Creepy Eddie. But it is a cool option. A 2-in-1 pack. Do I need to buy 2 of these to display both looks? Probably not, unless there was like a $25 deal or something like that. Maybe that would be the case. Now we're diving into Creepy Eddie himself. 2 heads are better than 1 for Creepy Eddie. One right out of the package. We've got the mouth open there. He's got a few teeth hanging out. Got a nice little bowler cap up top. Very old man face. Almost looks like a young Nosferatu is what he looks like. Probably couldn't have the charred face of a Freddy Krueger in a kid's cartoon back then. One big old yellow eye and then a regular eye. Got those Nosferatu ears going on there. Definitely a creepy looking guy. And he's even creepier because he's repping that Steve Urkel look at the time here. He's got the suspenders going on. He's extra creepy. And then you got the very iconic, of course, Freddy Krueger style shirt going on there. Now the second head over here, same bowler hat going on, same eye combo. Mouth closed this time with 3 yellow teeth popping out. Both head sculpts pretty good, in all honesty. Just a pick 'em is what it's going to be. But I'm probably going to go for the little bit more expression here. I'm going to go with the mouth open, I think is my plan. But looking good. Now he's just got the grayish, bluish skin tone. Extra creepy there as well. And then he's got a pair of khakis on. He's got some very thin legs on him here. Very long, thin, creepy legs. Then big old Bozo the Clown feet down here with the big old black shoes. Looking absolutely wild here. Now, of course, head's removable, back, forth, side to side, up and down, of course. Arms all the way around for us. Double jointed elbows on this guy here. So you know we're here for that. Always dangerous once again without a little heat. Hands back and forth, side to side, a little waist articulation action. Those big old Creepy Eddie splits. He's going to split right over you if you're not careful. Leg does go up right there. Double jointed, pinless knees. You know I'm here for that. a little ankle back and forth, side to side, the usual articulation for the most part. There. Now, as you get a fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%, nope, Eddie's whole game too shallow. Too shallow. Needs to work on that whole game. Needs to just kind of ease into it a little bit is what he needs to do, I think. But he's extra creepy right here. Creepy Eddie based on Freddy Krueger Once Upon a Time. Not too bad of a 2-pack here, but $55, $60 and change. It's a tough spend in this economy, folks. And I can think a lot of turtle collectors are like, this is too deep of a cut for me. And that's what we're getting here at the many years. Are we like almost, it feels like we're a decade into this turtle line, but we got to be at least 6-7 years in by this point here. Very, very fun. I do appreciate NECA giving us almost everybody, which is really, really awesome for collectors that are really wanting to go deep into a line. However, you start to see stuff like this start to peg warm. It's just an interesting thing because you got to think NECA put that business hat on. Hey guys, let's re-release all the turtles. Let's re-release everybody from the beginning, all the popular characters. Again, it's been a long time, and I wouldn't be shocked to see more of that in the future. Now, they've dabbled in some turtles, some different packs. We just recently got an updated Shredder. Have to imagine an updated Bebop. Rocksteady's got to be coming, maybe another Krang. You got to think they're going to get that stuff out because guess what? If there's people that are wanting to collect this line, they can't get some of the popular characters, and all they're stuck with is these guys, and they're not going to keep collecting. So you got to put down some of those other ones from back in the day to get those out back to the people out there. So we'll see what ends up happening. But I have to think in the next year or so, we'll see a little bit more of that. We've already started to see it. We'll just have to see where it goes. But where do you go from here? Are you picking up this set? Are you running to Target right now to grab it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to both my YouTube channels. Don't forget about the Patreon and YouTube channel memberships. If you want to support the channel, you want your videos early on top of a ton of other stuff. It's all going down over there. My new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, out now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And you can get one from me if you want a little bit cheaper. And we can autograph it, do all kinds of stuff. Hit me up if that is your thing. And of course, The Kyle Peterson Show every single Tuesday, wherever audio podcasts are found. Hit the video up, of course, on YouTube as well. Appreciate the support on the podcast. I think we're up to episode 6 now by the time people are watching this. So shout out to everybody checking that out each and every week. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. So for a ghoulish 2-pack from the NECA cartoon collection, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the end of the line.